I've done all of my work, Raghida. I'm living in my truth. I'm on my authentic path. I'm feeling wonderful, repaired all my relationships, restored who I am, and I'm working in my highest timeline. And my DM is still not in truth. What's actually going on there? What's actually happening is that there's a lot deeper work going on for your divine masculine. Then when the divine masculine is not in truth, what happens is it looms over his head. It really weighs them down. They get very heavy in the shoulders. They overthink and they don't sleep. They get a lot of insomnia from it. The reason why that happens is that they know the more you're in truth, the more you're in the light, the more what you do is you pivot. You literally pivot them into their darkness, because your light is so bright now. If you're living in your truth rather than focusing on him and focusing on yourself, the DM is then forced through your vision of light where the darkness is in their own life. This is how it gets illuminated, because they're not in truth, they're not empowered through the heaviness that it looms over them. That's the awakening they require, going into the dark night of the soul to then come out through the other side into the light. It's a very important part of the process. As I've said before in many other videos, the divine feminine carries the codes of unconditional love in the yin frequency, and the divine masculine carries the codes of truth in the yang frequency. So if you're living in unconditional love and truth within yourself because you've formed your own inner yin yang as a divine feminine, guess what happens? In the one shared soul frequency between you and your twin, he will be forced through your own authentic truth. So you're not doing it to lure or to manipulate. You're doing it because it's your truth. It will ultimately mirror through vibrational resonance and frequency to your divine masculine, where he's not in his truth, where he's not in his light. And as a shared soul, it's telling him he needs to step into the truth of who he is to lead the connection. So by you being authentic, by you being in your truth, by you being in your light, not for your twin, but for yourself and for your own life and mastery on the twin flame journey, will lead your DM home back to his own truth, his authenticity, and his own inner light. This is the law of the universe. If you want union, live in your truth. You want union, live in your light. You want union, live in your authenticity, because through those three frequencies, they get mirrored in the yang aspect of the one shared soul to your DM. And guess what happens? With time, by laws of nature, he will move into that frequency and rise to lead the connection again on the third dimensional plane in the age of Aquarius.